Welcome back to Let's Play Avernum, Escape from the Pit. It has been a couple of days. Took a break to prevent burnout because I did record nearly 30 videos in like a week. Um, let's see. We're approaching Dharmon. Do we have any specific jobs here? We do not. The Ironworks just sells some high-end mundane equipment. So this is just part of our westward sweep. We do need to go to Gremlin's Gold. Probably as our next dungeon, if I were to guess. Unless the Ruined City is basically a dungeon. Yeah. Dharmon. I'm going to say Ruined City and Fort Remote. Gremlin's Gold. Then swing up north to Fort Saffron if I feel like I'm still not prepped to head to the center of the map. Let's see. Obviously we got... Oh, here's the pylon chamber. Surprisingly close to town entrance. What's back here? I mean, no one's here. Wait, that pylon. Dang, what is with your inventory? Okay, bars of iron, go to you. We need to turn those in when I get the opportunity. Wisdom Crystal. Who is... Marion is lowest on experience, so you go ahead and use that. Recovery scrolls. I give you those, and then give you 2 purging crystals, and then give you 2 group heals just to kind of spread out the support. RNA Fang is a quest item and goes to you. Roll, drop to the ground. Ale, drop to the ground. Not really using lanterns at this point. They're very RP. Stability Girdle goes there. Snaring Wand. You have 3 charges. You have 6 charges. You just have a cone, naturally. I'll go ahead and pass this wand over to you. Spine Shield can go to you because I want to spread out buffing a bit. Lightning Scrolls to you as a backup thing. Curing Elixirs. I don't really think I have too much of a use for that. Stability Bauble. Alright. What's this sign? The signs don't say anything. But this is clearly a trash heap. Found the trash heap of the city of Dharmon. Garbage is heaped up against this wall. There are a few recent pairs of footprints in the refuse heading to the south. Oh. Excuse you. I didn't see that one in that corner. Oh, this is just... It's the slum. A grimy man paces back and forth in his cell. When he sees you peering in at him, he snarls at you. You're not a Dharmon guard. I don't have to do anything for you. What were you imprisoned for? Look, I didn't steal anything, and I don't have to answer any of your questions, so bugger off. You have no evidence. I'm not a guard. Honest. Why are you in here? That stupid brooch. Bertrand stole it, and I got the blame. But I don't got it, because that weasel Bertrand took it from me and hightailed it east. So go bother him. Leave me alone. Where's Bertrand? I don't know. I keep saying that. I don't know, but I think he said he was going to hide in Emeritus, but I'm not sure, okay? Leave me alone. He lies down on his bunk, facing away from you. Jail. Okay, that's not what I thought that was going to be. Spiritual herbs. Need to know buttons. Ooh, a trap. Able to disarm it. This tiny, well-guarded room seems to be a hidden storehouse for stolen goods. Brigands have stuck all their loot back here. Several skulls have been placed on the floor in front of the southern door. Ominous. Ooh, bags of meal. Bolts of cloth, and... nope, take the money. Do you think this is a joke? Do you think you're a funny man? Kairos demons and... well, Kairos demon, singular, and 2 Hmong demons. I don't know if I can actually handle the encounter, but it's always interesting when I can handle at least the first enemy. Healing elixir, 1. Two. Ensnaring? They do acid damage, actually, now I think about it, so... well, at least this encounter is doable. You attack, and you heal him. You heal yourself, honestly. Just don't worry about it. I don't know if lightning's going to finish him. It's not. Alright. Heal you. Lots of vendor trash. Money, money, vendor trash, and another crystalline wand. And... okay. That is the treasure hoard there. Not something I expected to start this town with, but hey, a dungeon, or a combat encounter, and a treasure hoard. You've entered a hollowed-out area in the center of a huge stone mound. Inside, you see cramped buildings and pale people going about their daily business. Soldiers on leave are carousing, enjoying their free days before going out to fight sliths. This is Dharmon, a huge town hollowed out of the living rock of Avernum. City Hall. The mayor of Dharmon is an extremely placid, gray-haired man. He sits at his desk, twiddling his thumbs. A threadbare purple sash crosses his chest. He says in a lazy voice, "Welcome to Dharmon, adventurer. I'm Mayor Debris. Consult our job board if you need employment. Otherwise, I ask that you not drink overmuch or cause trouble." Doing much work, eh? I try to keep out of the way, mainly. The people of Dharmon are an independent lot, and they wouldn't let me be mayor if I kept bothering them. So I mainly do paperwork and deal with the council. Tell me about the council. Like, I just find it funny. Because of the open nature of this game, the protagonist has to be written as someone who remembers nothing, probably because of all the blows to the head. King Micah's ruling council. That part is actual work. I and the other 5 mayors have been working like crazy to come up with ideas to deal with the Sliths. Plans, tactics, supplies, entertainment. And Micah just had to come up with that crazy scheme of his. Micah's scheme? King Micah wants to hire a bunch of adventurer assassins. No way. Running the war is our job. All ours. I hope you aren't another group of adventurers looking for royal tokens, because if so, you're going to be disappointed. Already have one. Ah, yes, just what we need. Adventurers wasting King Micah's time. I always said ruling is the job of rulers. Fighting is the job of the army. Everyone else just wants to get in the way. Anything I can do for Dharmon? He shakes his head. I don't usually hire adventurers, he thinks. Actually, I have been raided by bands of bandits. They have a lair northeast of Fort Saffron. If you could let me know who's been organizing the bandits, I would reward you. What makes you think someone is organizing them? Because they've been raiding us and we haven't caught and slaughtered them yet. They've been more clever than us, and brigands aren't clever people. They must have help. Are there lots of bandits up there? Yes, there's another group of them northwest of the Spire Fortress, but they only bother caravans. We haven't had time to deal with them yet. First things first. I met a cunning bandit named Logron in Fort Avernum. He escaped. Really? Logron. That sounds familiar. Someone with that name passed through recently. Started some fights. Didn't stay long. Might have gone north. Alright, so now we know where Logron went, finally. A woman with a large sphere stands by the door. She doesn't look impressed by you at all. What's back there? Dharmon Jail. You don't want to go back there. We made sure anyone in our cells regrets whatever they did. Can I go visit? No, only Dharmon soldiers are allowed in. Go away. The Dharmon Arms. A small, sweet-looking woman with a baby at her breast sits in the corner. She smiles at you. She seems to recognize you, or your description. Do I know you? No, but I've been waiting for you. Waiting to tell me something good, I hope. The scimitar's blade is sharp, and it sees far. No, excuse me for a moment. She burps the baby. Where was I? Oh yes, if you wish to strike a mighty blow for Avernum, go see our contact. Who's a contact? His name is Royce. He lives in Blosk. Ask him of the scimitar. We need your help. We all do. She starts changing the baby's diaper. You leave her to it. So, again, another point of contact for the scimitar. Junk bag was not the intended destination for that. Ooh, that wine is not stealing. I'm an elected official. Alchemist. Meet an ancient woman in a black dress. She's sitting behind the counter, grinding something with a mortar and pestle. There are a variety of spell books on the shelves behind her. When you enter, she looks briefly up at you. Then she returns to her work without saying a word. What's your name? Names have power, my child, but I'll tell you that I am an alchemist. What do you sell here? I'm an alchemist. Many are my potions, and strange are their powers. I have many secrets, one of which may be interesting to you. One secret is 100 gold, and another is 200. And magical training is yet more. I can make potions for you as well. What's your cheaper secret? To the east, far to the east, is a cave of lava and steam. To the north of it, but not far, is a secret cavern. In it is the best source of energetic herbs. Use them well. More expensive? I would not share this secret, but I see greatness in your eyes. Look near the castle of the giants, you'll find a wooded grove. Inside, you'll find a good source of the rarest of all ingredients, mandrake. Alright. And you do teach wizard spells. Let's go ahead and improve minor summon. At least a single target, yeah. So minor summon is now level 2. Which means that gets War Chant for 7 turns. I wonder what the third one is. Haste, maybe? Psychic Spellbook. Scrolls must be magically trapped. I assume that's a arcane lore check. You have the unique pleasure of meeting a sleazy-looking guy in rafty clothes. Ready? Ratty clothes. He has a scraggly graying beard and a unique odor. A rusty short sword hangs at his belt. You're a bit posh to be wandering in the back alleys, aren't you? I'm Menta. Maybe I know something that can help you. What are you begging for out here? I work. I don't beg. I sell stuff. Any goods for sale? Oh no, I don't do any fencing. In Dharmon. Law and Order Town, it is. Has a jail and stocks and everything. What rare knowledge are you selling? Well, it's a surprise, but it's useful. If you give me 10 gold, I'll tell you what I know. Alright. There are lots of bandits to the north of Fort Saffron. They steal from the Great Cave and fence the loot in the Abyss, though I don't know how they get in the Great Cave in the first place. Now, for 100 gold, a modest fee, I'll tell you something about the jail. I already know how to get it to the jail. Another living statue. I have no idea if they're there for flavor or set up for sequel quests. Hesja's Fine Edibles, sale on marinated mushrooms. A charming, voluptuous woman sits behind the counter, mixing up some sort of pate. That's not how you spell pate, I don't think. Jars of preserved meats and preserves surround her. The smell is mouth-watering. Ah, she says as you enter. You look hungry. And if you aren't, I bet I can give you an appetite. Welcome to Hesja's Fine Edibles. What are you making? Delicious gourmet comestibles. You may purchase some if you wish. They cost more than you may be used to paying, but I think you'll find the taste makes it worth it. All this is just my little contribution. Contribution to what? To the life of Avernum. I was miserable when I first came down here, but then I realized that maybe I could make something down here as good as up there, so I started finding ways to make the food better, and I think I succeeded. Now, my husband Clive is still depressed about it, but, well, what can you do? Clive? My husband. He runs a weapons shop. Good man, but a little bit morbid. You cook food down here? Cook good food down here? How is that possible? It's difficult. The ingredients are low quality. Sick cows, stringy lizards, too many mushrooms, but the right flavors, the right marinades, and some work, and you create things that taste as good as anything on the surface. People do underestimate the power of a sauce. Clive's fine weaponry. A nondescript... Got a little tired of describing NPCs there, Jeff? A nondescript man sits sharpening a bunch of kitchen knives. He seems tired and detached. Oh, he says, a customer. I'm Clive. I sell and maintain Dharmon's fine steel work. What sort of store is this? I have weapons available for purchase. Dharmon steel is the finest in Avernum, for what it's worth. And you can sell me your weapons too, I suppose, and other things if you want. He sighs. Hell of a life, huh? Doesn't seem so bad. At least you're not dead. He stares at you blankly. I don't mind dying alone in this pit, my throat slit by bandits. Oh no, I'm glad I got thrown down here for no reason at all. I'm always cold, and I sit here in this moldy shop until I die. Then I'll rot and mushrooms will eat me. I love my life. It's wonderful. Now buy something and go away. Why'd you get thrown into Avernum? My mood. The mayor of our village demanded that everyone be cheery. I just wasn't capable. Sell the junk bag. Get 600 gold back. Lava-fired spear. Bonus to magical damage, so if you're splashing builds, that's pretty neat. Plus the fire resist. Come again in time, or not. Makes no difference in the end. The temple is run by a muscular man with raven black hair, pointed beard, and a huge mace. He radiates confidence and barely contained power. I greet you to the Temple of the Holy Sun, lost wanderer. I am Malville, and I am willing to talk with you as we strive to find a way out of sinful darkness. What's the Temple of the Holy Sun? We are those who have learned in our imprisonment in the underworld the great truth. The sun is a spirit of goodness, the god that watches over us all every day. To be in the underworld is to be an eternal sin, and we must do what we can to return to the light. What does that say about the empire that put us here? They bask in the gaze of a glowing god, and we do not. Perhaps we are wicked and they are the good. So you believe the sun is a god? Of course. As such power, being away from it costs us so much. We can't even stare directly at it, or it will injure our eyes. If the sun isn't a god, what is it? What is? Suppose that makes sense. Of course it does. And one day, all Avernites will see the nature of their miserable condition and repent. Now, what can I do for you? Are you the priest of this temple? They asked, stupidly. I guard this place of light and peace in these dangerous times. I welcome all here who come with open hearts and peaceful intent and provide comfort and knowledge. I can teach you much, and I can tell you of other centers of learning. What can you teach me? He grins. Well, you seem new to the area, so I'll tell you what's nearby. To the north is the Abyss, home to the misfits of Avernum. Fort Remote is to the south. It's small and of little military value. I've heard that the caves to its west contain a dragon, but I know little about it. Also, if learning magic interests you, I'll sometimes help the more noble of the adventurers in our land. Dragon? Can you tell me more? Not many people have been into the tunnels to the southwest, but one group went to them and came north, and it went north. There they found a small cave, and in it they saw a dragon, and then they fled. It's all I know. They might have made it up. Can you teach holy rituals? Yes, you can. Oh, you have mass healing. I could improve it. Yeah. I'm literally broke, but who else might be able to teach me? I've learned of a distant monastery of healing monks, all of them attuned to the healing arts. Perhaps they might teach you, too. I hope to journey there one day. They live north of Fort Dranlin. I hear tell that around the river in that region you can find the rarest of healing herbs, grey mold, but that may just be a rumor. Are you talking about the freehold? There's also the job board we need to check out after I clear the map. So let's hit that up. Brigands on the road. Brigand infiltrators from the Abyss have been sighted in the Great Cave. One group of them has been active on the road southeast of Dharmon. A bounty is available to the hunter who can track them down. When the deed is done, a bounty can be claimed from mere debris of Dharmon. Bandit Keep. A new group of bandits has been sighted in the area of the ruins northwest of Fort Saffron. Ward Allison of the Spire Fortress has been tasked to hunt them down where they can settle into the ruins and build defenses. If a bounty hunter can find this small group of rogues and bring harsh justice to their leader, report to Allison for a bounty. Message Barga. Someone has tagged a sheet of parchment to the board. All it says is Calder Barga, payment on delivery. The scroll lacks any other markings. Odd. and lost shipment. A caravan containing precious iron bars was waylaid by brigands while heading south from the Spire Fortress. The merchants and guards were allowed to flee, but the wagons were lost. Any traveler who can find out where the wagons were taken can receive a reward by reporting the location to Clive of Dharmon. Alright. So which direction should I go for the bandits? Brigands on the road. Roads southeast of Dharmon. I might have already taken them out. A poor old beggar woman is sitting by this crossroads holding out an alms bowl. When you walk by, she says, "Greetings, hero. Can you spare a few coins for a woman in the depths of poverty?" Give her some coins. You give her a few coins. "Thank you, adventurers. You are kind and wise as I have heard." She stands and starts walking toward Blosk. Like, are these just guards? I guess so. I mean, this isn't an encounter that gave me any, like, text beforehand, but this could be them. Money, money, healing potion. I'm gonna just go check if I've taken out that bounty on the brigands already. I have not. However, I'm gonna go turn in items for some of my jobs. Because I'm broke. So first of all, I'm going to go to Silvar. And I believe it was Ephraim. You deliver the equipment to Ephraim. After inspecting it and verifying its quality, he pays you a generous pouch of silver coins and a pretty nice broadsword. Watch the job board. Our humble city still has needs. Bronze broadsword at 250 coins. Bronze broadsword, we are well past. Of course, there's a third level. There's a note from Ephraim the Smith. It reads, "I've been tasked to work spears and halberds to fend off the enemies of Silvar. I will pay in coin for 3 tongs and 3 pincers." More chunk items to keep an eye out for. I could probably just do like an off-screen sweep of some places I've already been. Right, so the rest of our iron bars... Who wanted them? Blosk, which is... I go to Dharmon to get to. I think. Yeah. Hey, I can finally afford to give you this iron. 120 coins for the ones I had. These guys I've already bought from. I guess if I bought the iron bars, I still would have profited. Since it was 250 after all, but... Hello? There's a small group of Avernite soldiers patrolling the road. At least you think they're Avernite soldiers. Their armor bears a proper sun insignia. However, their weapons and armor are terribly maintained, and they're filthy and painfully unwashed. When they are close enough to get a good look at you, they silently step off the road to let you pass. Ask about bandits on the road. When you turn to speak with them, they instantly get nervous. The more you ask them about the bandits you learned about in Dharmon, the more uncomfortable they get. Finally, their leader says, "We've been found, boys. Our hunters look like easy prey, though. Let's help ourselves to that fine equipment." And then, without another word, they attack you. Do we have fine equipment, or do we look like easy pickings? There we go. You step over here and potentially cleave, but didn't. Finish you. Honestly, you can probably finish you with an arrow, or not. See, that's a fine robe and a bronze short sword for us. Those were definitely the bandits you learned about in Dharmon. Now you're free to return for your bounty. You tell the mayor the description of the group of bandits. Your bounty is a pouch of coins and a delicate gold ring. I would give money instead of the ring, but our coffers are low of rate. A chilling band? That doesn't look like gold. Alright. So that's the simple stuff here. Next we have wine, which goes up to Fort Draco, so I need to go to Formello. And in Formello, I can turn in the bags of meal that I have. Dang, I had 10 stacked up. That's 150 money. This is a very free-flowing economy, which is interesting to see. Because usually I'm used to, like, Bethesda games where you just kind of save up a ton of money and then you dump all of it at once, more or less. Let's see. It's going to be up here. We need to buy some ore to take down to Blosk, can we? Oh, That's not profitable. She pays like 20 gold per bar. Where's the other bill? A few bottles of cheap wine. Alright, so I think that's all of my stack. No, there's magical notes, but that's... I don't remember. Who wants those? Works of Majory. Bent in Castle. There, been there, been there. Okay. It's like every time I clear a map, it's like, okay, time to make my circuit of selling things. I do have a note specifically from the Imperial agent down here. I assume I'm not going to get a reward just for having the note, but... oh, you reached Thentria and tell her of the message you found. It's nice to know my efforts are gaining the attention of skilled warriors. Here's a tip for your time. She gives you a pouch of coins. Okay. Convenient enough. Extra little bit of money. Right, so what do I want to do? Do I want to follow any... I'll start working on actual, like, things in my quest log once I've visited all the settlements in the Great Cave. I think that's a reasonable time to, like, pick up a bunch of quests, finish a bunch of quests. Not necessarily all the same quests. Let's see. Bent is down here. Scrolls with magical notes. 40 GP each? I guess they are, like, fewer in number and mostly either stealing or in dangerous locations. But, well, that's everything in Dharmon and the super easy thing favor to do around Dharmon. So next time on Let's Play Avernum, Escape from the Pit, let's head over to the Ruined City. See you guys then.